welcome back to the art studio. I'm Mrs. Lapka, and this is part 3 in our series on building our own Ndebele house. Now we've been focusing on this tribe in Zimbabwe, Africa, the Ndebele, and the women paint these beautiful thatched roof homes. And so what we've been working on so far is creating our actual wall of our home, and I did 2 of them. I did one that was a little bit more complex with my watercolors, and I did a little simpler one with my markers. And today what we're going to focus on is handling our doors and our windows, and then also getting started on our roof. I can't wait. Let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is cut out your doors and your windows. Now, if you don't have scissors or you don't feel like cutting them out, you can always draw a scene on the inside of the Ndebele house. So maybe if you were peering through the window, what sort of a scene would you see? Or maybe there's someone standing in the doorway. Maybe it's you. So you could either opt to draw to fill up these spaces, or you can cut them out. I'm going to cut mine out. Show you how to cut out your window when it's totally in the middle of your paper. So I'm going to use a sharp pair of scissors, and you want to be really careful. I've got my finger on the back here so I can feel the point of the pencil right here on this finger, and I'm going to twist, twist, twist until I get it to poke through. So my scissors poked through a little bit on the back there, and I didn't want to push too hard because my finger was right there, so be very careful when you do that step. So now you have a hole that you can poke your scissors in and get a line started to cut. Okay, so now I have cut out my door out of this one, and I've cut my windows and my door out of my second one here. So the next thing we're going to do is focus on how to make our roof. And you want to notice that the roofs of the Ndebele houses are thatch, and they're made of natural materials. So we're going to create a brown roof for the top of our project. For this step, you're going to need a brown or cream colored piece of paper, your choice. If you don't have a square piece of paper like that, you can always use plain blank paper and color it in the way that you want it to be. This is even a more custom way of doing it. Now, a regular piece of computer paper is rectangular, so I'm going to need to make a square. I'm going to use an origami folding technique to make a square by taking the corner of my paper here and lining up this edge with the top. And I don't want to crease it in the middle here on this long end of the triangle. I'm just going to let it kind of be curved, and I'm going to use my pencil to trace this line. Whenever I'm making origami at home and I don't have origami paper, but I do want a square, I always use this technique to create a square piece of paper. If I want this to be brown, I can use my markers or my paint or crayons or colored pencils to color this brown, and there you have a brown piece of paper. Now for this next step, we're going to be making the round roof that goes on top of our Ndebele house. So how are we going to do this with a square piece of paper? Well, it's actually pretty easy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this into a circle, and I want this to be nice and big. The bigger it is, the easier it is to work with. So I'm just going to cut off my corners until it looks like a nice circle. After you've cut out your circles, the next thing that you want to do is to cut all the way one line to the center of your circle. And obviously it's a circle. This cut could go anywhere, but you should have a cut that goes right to the middle of your circle. All right, so now you have cut out your circles and you've put a little cut all the way to the center, and we've decorated our thatched roof. Now again, I have two, but you probably only need one unless you're making two houses like I am. And we also cut out our windows and our doors on the main structure part of the house. So this is the end of step 3. Tomorrow we're gonna assemble our houses. I hope you guys had fun making your houses today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.